And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome
It is still the season
to be
of
death.
yeah.
Or-
There's that.
I know.
With this time of year, we've talked about some of your favorite things around Halloween, and we've talked about costumes and whatnot.
Yes.
What's your least favorite part about the end of October, Joe?
October's pretty damn rad, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just dark, death.
Yeah, so dreary outside.
I guess the downside is that it doesn't last long enough.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You get that a lot?
there's a buildup of,
See what
like,
I did there?
hey-o. That's the most scary part.
The uncertainty.
So, I don't know. It's just kind of, October is kind of like a slow burn, you know? Like October 1 happens, and then it's like, you know, might have a pumpkin, some leaves are changing, and then like maybe another week later, then people start thinking, oh, what should I wear? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then like another week later, people, I should probably think of treats.
Yeah.
What am I going to pass out? It's just kind of like this weird, slow build
Yeah.
for the whole month, you know? I don't know if there's anything I don't like about Halloween, but
I feel like there's a better location that we could live in.
yeah, I mean, it can get
That
stupid
would
cold,
be, yeah.
you know?
That then you could appreciate this time of year a little more.
Right.
I don't know like 2 states south, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what's a good.
So you can actually go out
Yeah,
and show
maybe
it
3 states.
instead of have the jacket on.
I don't know. Let's just move to Florida.
There is, I got to find,
We'll live in that weird Disney town.
yeah,
Whatever
where
that
it's
is.
like too perfect.
Yeah.
And then like you always have like the idea of like making your front steps super amazing.
Was that Celebration, Florida? Was that the name of that town?
I have no idea.
There's the name of the town. It's something like that. I don't know. Melissa's not here.
All right.
She's apparently running late.
God rest her soul. So,
It's the season.
we're just looking at this blank space.
We haven't started yet. We've
yeah.
got to officially start. Yeah, throw it to the thing.
Here we go.
We have to officially, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opposite of important. I am your host, Lance. Over here we have
Joe.
There he is. He did it. He did it right on time.
That's right.
I love it. Thank you, sir. What were we talking about? We were talking about
Halloween and
Halloween in Florida
And
stuff.
I need to look up. There was one place in Los Angeles where you can pay like a stupid amount of money. It seems so much fun. I don't even know where it's
To do what?
Well, here's the deal: is I haven't looked it up for a while, but at one point it was something along the lines of camping, where there's a big screen. They would show like whatever horror movies that they'd offer.
Okay.
And you could sign up for different levels of like throughout the night. Like they have actors that will freak the shit out of you. So like while you're watching the movie, people like scream.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then there's like what is there? There's like haunted walks and shit. Like it's like pretty encompassed where it's like you stay up all fucking. I'm not saying we stay up all night and you go to bed at midnight. I'm saying it's all fucking night. You know, and there's like they offer meals and stuff. I gotta find it. It just seems kind of fun.
That's in LA?
That's in LA where like you can sign up for like something that's kind of more mellow, kind of spooky. But then you can sign up for the premier holy shit package and like they'll run and chase you. Yeah.
Is it still happening?
I gotta
Maybe
look it
not
up.
this year.
I don't even know. Yeah,
Maybe
probably
not.
not this year, but yeah, it seemed pretty dope. And
I like it.
Shit like that, where it's like you gotta sign paperwork and you gotta like, whoo, here we go.
Maybe around here, maybe in the Midwest, we get away with some more things that other places, maybe they take the guidelines a little more seriously. You know, when it comes to haunted houses or things like that. I feel like in this area, this part of the country, some things, it's like, it's fine. like
Yes,
the kids will be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry
we
about it.
we took the chains
Where-
off the saw.
It's fine. It just makes the sound.
It's fine. Am I
Don't.
opening this?
Yeah, you should open it, and I'm gonna open this.
There we go. There we go. Sometimes we try
It's
to coordinate.
this today's episode is sponsored by Cafe DM in Ames, Iowa, and they don't know it, but I also got a sticker. It says "Boo."
Boo.
There you are.
Hey, boo. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of, we get a lot of hay rack rides and
I've never done that. I've done it in a place where it's your only mode of transportation, but I don't see the appeal. I think it's super lame.
get on a tractor.
Is that fair to say it's pretty super lame?
Depends how you do it. That's the thing. Where you
Well, what you would need to do is not use a tractor and use a monster truck.
yeah.
That would
Oh, that'd be scary.
that's the point.
The muffler would be like right in your face. And like,
That's fine. It's part of the
It's just like-
experience.
and flames might shoot out. We
Oh,
don't know.
you know, it depends on the truck. We'll get the grave digger.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Ooh, that'd be Scooby Doo. And there's the Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect for Halloween.
that's true. This is the scariest shirt I own. It's I occasionally will go online and look up old. That's a lovely
My
shirt.
Adidas.
Yeah,
There we go.
my Adidas. I'll go online and I'll look for vintage shirts.
Classic.
I don't know why I do it because I never wear them because they don't fit the way I want them to.
True.
This is a real thing. This is a visual thing for anybody that's listening. But this is the way that they used to make shirts. That the sleeve comes out to fucking here. Like,
Yeah.
the sleeve is double the width of my arm. And my arms are thicker than they used to be. You know, I'm no fucking Captain America. But honestly, it's nobody. And when you put your arm to the side, it just kind of hangs off there. And that's one of my least fucking favorite things in the world.
Huh.
Is the way that old shirts fit.
Yeah.
But I love some of the designs on stuff from the 80s and 90s, but they don't.
It's just, it was
Yeah,
one size fit all, pretty much.
It was.
Yeah,
It really was. So I've got this X-Files shirt. I
So
think
like
I think on the back it has the trust no on
That's
or
right.
something like that. I didn't look at it. You probably
Yeah.
did.
It did say that. Can confirm.
But I bought it and I think this is the first time I've ever worn it.
Wow.
And I don't know. It's a thicker fabric.
Right.
The old shirts are way thicker than the new shit that you can get.
Yeah.
And the fitting sucks. I bought some old REM shirts just because I was like, oh, that'd be a fun one to have. And then of course I get it and it fits like shit, just like what I was talking about. But
Boo.
it's a struggle.
It's real.
But it's, nobody else is gonna reprint this shirt
No.
because
Where'd he go?
nobody cares anymore.
Where do you go online for that?
Oh, eBay.
eBay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a specific,
No, just eBay, like
vintage.
people clearing out old stuff. Like I've got this Ingrid Michaelson shirt that I really like that ended up getting a bleach stain on it. And because I've had like 5 fucking shirts that I've ruined just by doing stuff with bleach, and I don't think about it. And yeah, so it got like a bleach stain up by my collarbone for some reason. I'm not sure how that happened, but I would love to get the shirt again, but I can't find that one anywhere. It's lame. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Then you make a quilt out of it.
So is it right? Exactly. So I occasionally get online just to check out old brands, old TV shows, movies, to see what they have for old merch, and occasionally a T-shirt will come up. I don't know. I should probably stop. I need to not.
Well, it makes it more fun, though.
Well, it's fun, but it's like $25 for something that looks like shit when I wear it.
True. There's that. But
I don't know.
The payoff is for one person when you're strolling around the mall going,
That's fair.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, $25.
I got a new shirt that is, it says Natalie is Freezing on it, which is the name of a fictional band that Lisa Loeb had played a character in a TV show, Community. I know you haven't.
right.
You need to watch it.
I'm on Community, just
All of it.
like sporadic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to sit down one day, every episode.
I went to community college. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
Yep. Community college around here anyway, it was like high school 2.0.
Yeah.
Except that you didn't have any friends.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it was for me. Like, I don't know any of these fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people.
I had like a high school friend that when my second year of college, like I went to high school, this person, and then she decided to go to DMAC. And I'm like, great, I know someone. That's awesome. That's a good start.
Yeah.
And then by the time, like, she was even in the building where like half the wing was all guys and half the wing was all girls.
Yeah.
Like there was 3 levels or whatever. So I would obviously see her, and it's nice, like, oh, it's nice to know someone. But once college hit, didn't give me the time of day.
Really?
I'm just like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you want to be someone else, clearly. So I'm like, all right.
That's
so
some
much for that.
bullshit.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, you're defining who you are. Clearly, you don't want to associate with high school. I'm in, kind of in that circle because that's how you know me. And now it's like, all right, good talking to you.
Sweet.
Now I would get like 1-word answers from her. I'm like, cool.
So that relationship is doing well. That's good to hear. When was that? That was
2000 and that would be 8 to 9. Yeah, at that time. But yeah, it was a bunch of people that were already in high school going to community college. So you already had like a mix of people that already knew each other.
Yeah.
Pretty well. And then I felt kind of like the outsider. I did know a couple people, but that was it, and then I'm like, wow, I'm in a different ball game here of like, it was just weird. I didn't feel like there was enough diversity. Like, I mean, it was fun and all, but like my brother comparing it to my brother, like he went to university. He went to UNI.
Yeah.
So he went to the dormitory that was made for people who lived outside the country. So during the breaks and stuff, they would shut down the dorms during breaks, but not this one, because what are you going to do? Fly back home to India because you're from India? It's like they had to keep those dorms open because it was the...
So did they have people from other dorms move into this one for that time period? Or
No.
does everybody that... Wait, so they closed down some of the dorms?
Yeah.
But they left one open.
A few, I don't know if it was one, but like the one that my brother was in.
What I was confused about is where all the people in the other dorms would go if theirs wasn't the one that was told that they could stay open.
Because like they would just go home to their parents or something. But if you're from out of the country, that might not be an option.
Right.
So my brother thought ahead and applied for that because he would come for a couple days for Christmas break or whatever.
Okay.
And then he'd kind of get sick of it, and then he'd go back home. So that gave him the option to kind of be back around his friends and stuff. Which DMAC never closed dorms down. You could just come and go as you please, which is how it should be. But whatever. I don't know. I don't get why they shut them down, but whatever.
I don't know. Disinfectant, maybe.
I have no idea.
I've seen inside dorms, and it's not pleasant.
Not fun. So he thought ahead there, but he had a lot of friends that were like out of the country and like just different walks of life. And I felt like I went to community college and kind of like, I kind of already know this person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you did apartment life.
Yeah.
In community college. I did. This is confusing. Okay. What year was that? My first year out of school, I went right away after school. I went and lived with my aunt and uncle in Omaha, and I got a job at the radio station and some other side jobs. And then, hey, there's my dog.
Hey, that's
always fun.
We have our guest.
Right. That's the best doorbell you could ask for,
It's a
right?
black lab. It's gonna murder you.
And so I was out there, but then when I came back, it was like mid-school year. But I had a friend that I had met semi recently. We hadn't known each other that long, but he lived in the dorms, and I didn't want to move back home. And his roommate bailed, either on the dorm or college in general. So he had an empty loft thing in his dorm. So I lived in the dorms, but I didn't attend Iowa State University. And that went on for a while. And then the next year I was with friends in a house on State Avenue.
didn't
But
know
but yeah, but I lived in the dorms. I went to dorm parties. I lived the dorm life, but I went to work during the day. That's when I was working at Star 102.5 in Des Moines because I got a recommendation from the other station and blah
Like,
blah blah.
okay.
And I was like, well, I'm sure shit not going back home. Like that's too soon.
And plus, it's so close.
Right.
You know?
But I knew that the next year I was going to go to community college.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the smartest in school and I didn't even bother applying to Iowa State or Iowa.
Same. I'm like,
I don't think that I would have. I don't know. I have other smarts. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
have
that's-
book smarts.
that's how it goes, you know?
And you know what? I'm doing fine.
I know. And
So,
it's not everything's school, but it's
suck
just
it,
like,
Mr. Parker.
not everything's all school, you know, but I know it was fun to watch my older brother go through the college process.
Yeah.
When my parents were like taking him to, okay, let's visit this college, let's go over here. This college offers this college offers that. And then, is that locked? No, come on in.
No.
All right, cool.
Oh.
And the results are in.
Somebody showed up with a
Woo.
piece of paper.
Oh my God.
Welcome.
Showed up with nothing.
What?
Wow.
So yeah, so it was kind of fun to see my brother go through that, and then it got to me, and I'm like, I knew where my grades were.
Yeah.
like I would have loved to gone to Iowa State, you know, because it's right there,
Right.
and it's fun. But yeah, no, that wasn't really not my parents were like, well, I mean, I learned more hands on, you know, and I'm definitely not a student. It's like my parents were like, I think community college is your route, and then
Yeah.
if you do well there, then consider. I'm like, oh, okay, and then
Yeah.
I spent 4.5 years at community college. I'm like, all right, sounds good.
I spent
The degree I don't
1
use.
year at DMAC, and then I spent. Did I do a full year at Kirkwood? Because then I moved to Iowa City, and God, I remember liking some of the classes at Iowa City, but then also I lost my license. Like there was a combination of I always stayed up late, so it was hard for me to wake up. And then I lost my license because I
Speeding.
like to drive fast. And then yeah, I think I did two, what would you call them, semesters? Are there 2 semesters in a year? Is that right? Is that how
Yes.
college
Yeah.
works? Thank you. Oh, thank you, friend that showed up
Hello,
eventually.
Hello.
hello.
How's it going?
It's decent.
Good.
Yeah.
I like your Halloween garb.
Yeah,
It seemed necessary.
It's gothy.
It's the
Pretty
last
cool.
time I get to see you guys before Halloween.
Is that true?
You can
Possibly.
still dress as if it were Halloween, even into Thanksgiving.
I pulled out my high school goth attire. So
Excellent. I like it.
Why don't we treat Thanksgiving like Halloween? Because we have like a bird carcass, and we're like, I don't know.
it is pretty dark.
And we have like a wishbone that we tear apart for good luck. I'm like, oh, I got the bigger half.
Well, now that we're all here,
We're all gonna take a drink of the Kool-Aid.
that's right. And you were so close last time. I took your word for it
Yeah.
on the name of it.
Cannonball Blast.
It was so close.
Yeah.
Watermelon Smash.
All right.
That's what it was.
I thought it was Cannonball Blast. Whatever.
Well, it doesn't say it anywhere on this bottle,
I'm the
but we
worst.
can call it that if you want to. Wait, what?
Is it rum?
Wait, scratch me, smell me,
Ooh.
shoot me,
Ooh, that sounds.
hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me. Watermelon scented bottle.
That sounds kinky. Yeah, yeah.
It is a watermelon scented bottle.
Is everyone just in the
Pass
liquor
it over.
store? Just,
What the fuck? We've been holding on to this whole time.
What?
Scratch it, smell it, and lick it.
I'll
Right.
not do the last one.
It's clean. It's fine. Why are you
Just sit
being
in the
weird
fridge.
about it? Joe's gonna lick it.
Yeah.
I licked it. It's
Yeah.
fine. All right, pass it. Come on. Come on.
What's up? Show and tell. Show and tell.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Scratch anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's scratched larger than that.
Weird.
I know it fucking smells like a watermelon.
God, that smells like a Jolly Rancher. Right there. What the fuck?
So weird.
So meaty.
So meaty.
I miss the soup. That was a good show.
Oh, which version did you like?
Joe McHale.
Yeah, man. He's the best. He was on Saget's podcast
Yes,
recently.
he was.
Welcome to another episode of Podcast Talking Podcasts.
That's right.
Also,
Meta.
Kanye West on Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't listened to it.
I have like a half hour left.
Jeez.
Here's the thing. It's weird for me. I'm not sure what it's like when you listen to Kanye talk. I'm not his biggest fan or
I don't
anything
really
like that.
yeah.
But he goes off on lots of tangents. And it's strange for me because it doesn't bother me because that's how I think and sometimes how I talk. But I try to not do that because I know it's weird for people. And then usually if I'm at a bar or if we've smoked something, or not that I would ever do that, but that's when it comes out because I'm not trying to filter myself. It's just interesting because it felt when I listened to him talk on that podcast, which, like I told you, he's talking like 95% of the time because he doesn't stop. But what he's doing while he's talking, like, I'm understanding because I think similarly to him, except I'm not a billionaire.
We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to check it out maybe soon. But if you told me that like he's talking most of the time,
Yeah.
I wonder what the heck Joe Rogan just sits back and just like
He
"All
asks
right."
questions,
Just
but
sits back.
he asks questions, but he's not necessarily. I think he's going a little easy on him
Yeah.
in the interview,
That makes sense.
comparatively to some, because he's been talking a lot about his relationship to God and how he's doing God's work and whatever. And Joe hasn't really gotten into the religion stuff, but he's asking him political questions because he's running for president. And
Yeah.
surprisingly, a lot of the stuff that he's talking about does make sense. But the thing is, the majority of the people out there, I think he's too much for them. And the way that just he is and his lifestyle, and I there's a lot of America that would not be ready for somebody like that.
No.
Now, however, and I know we had an episode about this in the past where we talked about Kanye running for president. Between him and the two candidates that we have now, I'm going to say that he would probably be a better option than both of them that we have
Combined.
as front maybe.
Maybe,
It's
yeah.
possible. Just because
I just haven't spent time listening to him, and I can understand other people being. He's kind of associated himself with Trump,
yeah.
so I'm not really gonna take
I
a step back.
Well, and I think that was kind of a thing that he needed to do at the time to get things accomplished. I don't know how much of an actual Trump supporter he is because he's quite
He's shown up to the White House with the red hat on.
yeah.
And he's like,
but
I love Trump,
But
man.
I believe he was kissing his ass
Yeah, I mean, if you're at
in
the
order
White
to
House,
get
you
some
can-
things that he wanted.
Yeah.
But he does have a big part of himself that is out there quite a bit, and that also coincides with how all over the place he is in his thought process.
Weird.
And I think that's what would prevent him. In the podcast, he's talking about buying Universal because he has enough money that he could just straight up buy Universal.
And does he? Is it true that he had funded his last album by basically asking others to chip in?
Fund it.
I don't know that. It's possible. Yeah.
Crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But
don't
he
really
talked
follow.
about how it wasn't that long ago that he
Yeah.
was pretty severely in debt. And he was in debt.
Must have
I
turned it around.
think it was something like $54 million.
Ooh.
How do you be married to Kim Kardashian and be that far in debt?
Prenup,
I don't know.
Prenup.
I'm not sure.
Like,
or maybe it's his brand. Maybe it's
Yeah.
his company. But now he's, I don't know. What was it? Like a ridiculous number billionaire.
Well,
Yeah.
and who's his running mate? That,
I didn't
like
know.
Michelle
I didn't.
Tidball?
I don't know who she is,
me either.
but she's a
Yeah.
winner.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I haven't really paid attention to Kanye since like 05.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, thus concludes our episode of Podcast
Podcast on
Talking
Pod.
Podcasts. There it is.
Flames.
All right, here you go.
this.
This is for you.
Okay, Robin. Yeah, there we go.
You got Robin.
was
And
like,
it's not a power move. I just really like my Batman
Is
glass.
this a McDonald's
Well,
thing?
I'm used to it.
Melissa gets it was between the Riddler and Two-Face, and I gave you Two-Face because,
'Cause-
well, you know.
Love.
I don't know.
And okay,
Part of
cheers.
me's,
Shade
Cheers
taken.
without the clinking.
Clink,
There
ding,
you
ding.
go.
Part
There
of
it
me
is.
is used to it because I'm the younger brother. Second player is always like Robin, and you know what I'm saying. Might as well be
get
a Luigi cup. Like- you know. So-
I had my brother-in-law Joe got me no relation.
no.
Well, relation to me, yes. He got me a cool set Mario and Luigi pint glasses, but they must have been from like Spencer Gifts or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And then Becky ran them through the dishwasher, and those characters looked all fucked up. when
Hand
they
wash
came out.
only.
Yeah,
Wash only.
yeah. That's I do that with all my mugs now
Mm-hmm.
and everything because they're ones that I really like from places that I want to. That I've got one from Serendipity 3 that is Becky and mine and Becky's. That makes more sense. And it's like a big mug, and so I'm trying to take care of that one. So that one's definitely hand wash only. I've got one from Star Wars Celebration, which is really cool. You drink it, and when you finish, there's a porg looking at you.
Ah.
I love it.
I have one mug that I've kind of retired that I'm like,
Just don't want to use it anymore.
yeah, it's my late night with Jimmy Fallon. It's like they don't
Ooh.
like for a while there. I was just kind of going from site to site at
Mm-hmm.
the time when he was doing late night, and I'm like, oh, I'll just do a late night mug, and I'll try
Mm-hmm.
and find a Tonight Show mug.
Mm-hmm.
I even have one that my parents found on eBay that was actually used for like Jay Leno. So I have a Jay Leno one, and
Yes.
I'm like, I can't fucking touch it. Like I don't want the,
Well, you can,
I can. I mean,
but yeah, you just want to be careful. It's
Yeah.
not a community mug.
No.
Put it in the back of whatever cabinet it is. So if anybody goes to grab one, it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So I don't know. I was like about ready to go. Like some of them are a little pricey, but fun.
Yeah, these are mugs that I intend to use until I'm dead.
Like Conan, $30. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
And then there's the ever so classic Batman Forever from McDonald's. Yeah,
Pretty
I
sure
love
these
it.
are indestructible.
I mean, don't drop it though, because then it might be destructible.
Yeah.
Boo, we jinxed it.
Somewhere I've got the Lord of the Rings goblet.
I like
Lights
that.
up at the bottom.
I like that. I've seen the Goblet of Fire from Harry Potter. They had that when we were. I'm sure they had it at Universal Studios as well. But they had it when we were out in London when we did the studio tour. And it was kind of cup size, but it was like that big. And so you hold the thing and drink, and I think it lit up or something. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, last episode we talked about Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
And we want to know from you one of your favorite costumes.
That I've been.
Yeah, well,
Like
and growing up.
Okay, favorite costume ever that I was from childhood until now.
Correct. Well, start with childhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
okay.
now
you know-
here's the thing. Back when we were kids,
Your mom
yeah,
and dad kind of
you didn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
So it's like what was provided to you. Now you can
Buy
do
your own,
whatever
yeah.
you want with whatever amount of money. So I feel like they need to be two separate things.
Okay. Well, I had an obsession with horror films and I really liked Scream. So when I was, I think in 3rd grade, my mom got me the mask and it had the heart that you squeezed and the blood trickled
Yeah,
down.
that's right.
Ghostface. That came out like the next year.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 years after that, because it started off that when Scream came out, you could get Ghostface, but then it was like the next Halloween season or the one after that they introduced the blood
The pump.
Yeah.
thing.
thing that you could do.
I went to the Story City nursing home with that and ended up terrifying like all of the other kids that were getting candy. I made
Ooh.
one kid cry.
Hilarious.
Whoops.
Whoops.
So you're a terrible person.
I was in 3rd grade. It's not my fault they were pansies and their parents and aunts
You were in
making
3rd
them.
grade
Yeah.
as Ghostface.
Yes.
And you had 3rd grade. How old are you? You would have been
6, 7,
8,
9,
I think
yeah.
9.
9?
8
8 or
or 9.
9.
Your parents let you watch Scream at 9 years old?
my mom wouldn't have, but my dad let anything go. As did my aunt, so I watched Freddy Krueger by then, The Faculty.
Let's take a second to talk about The Faculty, can we?
Yeah, sure.
I figured your older sister would be cool enough to be like, let's watch it.
Most of the time.
I didn't have an older sibling. You guys suck.
Yeah.
Nobody did stuff for me. My parents were like, "Well, we don't like you very much."
You had to
so
pave
you
the
figure it
way.
out." Yeah.
At least you didn't have someone older than you being like, hey, you don't get to use TV. Fuck you. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
like-
I feel like I would have been that for my siblings, but I don't remember doing that. Like,
Well, the
I
ages
told them to leave my shit alone, and it still didn't stop them. Yeah, that was
the ages are a little.
yeah, that was mostly
spaced.
Alicia. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause she was born in '89. I was born in '82.
There you go.
And then, yeah, Logan's like 10
Yeah.
or 11 years younger than me. So we were pretty disconnected growing up,
Yeah.
and until we started doing all the bar stuff
Yeah.
and working together like that.
It'd be kind of like having a cousin or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of, yeah, it's my brother, but he's not around because he's living life. And yeah, it's kind of like having a big family, I guess. Where it's like, huh. That's where my grandpa came from, was having like 14, from back in the 30s.
Wow.
It's like, how was that? I was like, well, he just had older brothers that were like aunts and uncles that, yeah, they're related by being siblings, but you don't have any, you don't have those memories of like, oh, remember when we were playing in the sandbox and, stuff like that. It's just kind of a different 14 fucking brothers and sisters. I don't know. I was like, and you wouldn't know half of them, but whatever.
Now, more recent costumes.
Yeah.
Joe brought up Banana Joe.
Classic.
With the
Yeah.
maracas and the sunglasses and all the inappropriate stuff he would do with the bottom of the
Oh, of
banana.
course. Yeah.
And I believe mine, what we talked about, Snape, Professor Snape,
Yeah. That was a
because
good one.
I did that one for a while. So now, as an adult, what is one of your favorites?
Okay, I'm trying to run down what I've been. So I did Mrs. Maisel, but nobody got it.
Did you do it poorly?
No, it's just that nobody else was into it yet.
Oh, like first season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Did the Princess Bride thing.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know if I have a favorite as an adult. I always wanted to, and it was like the tackiest thing, but like the sexy firefighter. I was determined that I was going to buy this costume back when I was 20, and I never did.
Sexy firefighter.
And I was going to get like
so
the,
is that
the
like
inflatable.
Is that like suspenders but no top and the suspenders? Is that how that works?
No, it's basically a mini dress that, you look like.
And it just looks like the brown, the tannish outfits that they wear.
Yeah, more or less. And then you get the inflatable fire extinguisher.
That's what
So
they had
many
for.
good ones.
It's not too far off from the adult Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
On a budget because it's an inflatable proton pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, okay.
like you can't
Gets you
do
through a night.
like plastic. You
Right?
can't give me a I don't know.
That'd be
the
so much
inflatable
fun.
one's
You should
weird.
do that.
Right.
That'd be
But
so
I mean,
great.
everybody was giving so much shit because they're like, why does everything have to be sexy? Blah. And so I'm like, fine, I won't be another tacky girl doing that.
Fine. But it's the
Yeah,
jokes
but-
alone.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I get it. They tried to make a version of everything and like
Yeah.
sexy pear.
Right.
Yeah.
Sexy,
Yeah,
I
no.
I get it, but if it's something that you want to do and you're going to look good in it, like he was sexy Banana Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I was sexy Snape.
Right.
Well,
Easy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it yet. But I will say, I remember it now. My favorite all time costume was I just went as like a steampunk badass. And
Nice.
I had some really good boots. I had the steampunk corset. You had to have the goggles. And then I drew a clock on my face.
Yeah.
Wait, when was that? What year was that?
This would have been, I think, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had just finished my undergrad and moved back to Ames.
So just a smidge before we started kind of seeing you again.
Yep.
It's like, man. There's
Or
some good.
for some of us, the first time.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
There's some good. Do any Halloween costumes like that's one of my favorite things. It's free entertainment,
Right.
and you get to see what people pull out for costumes. Is there anything that like pops out to you guys that's like that was fun? That was a good idea. That was a good costume.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah, but my memory sucks, dude. I know that I've seen some really cool stuff, and especially when it comes to, and I know that this is separate, but cosplay
Yeah, it's
at conventions. Yeah.
ah man, I don't get how people like are so creative. Like, well, yeah, I get that, but like
Yeah.
the money alone, like it's one thing to make a costume for Halloween, but to like continue it throughout the year and be like, well, now I'm this, now I'm that. It's like God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it adds up, but
I'm sure that I can think of some cool ones that I've seen. It's neat when people do mashup of
Yes,
characters.
there's-
where you get, it's like part Riddler and part something else.
Bette
and-
Riddler, our friend.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Bette
Yeah,
Riddler.
I wasn't even thinking of that one,
Ian,
but that's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian, a guy that comes out to the bar, he was Bette Riddler.
He
So
had the
it
hair.
was Bette Midler as the
Riddler.
as the Riddler.
So they had the green suit, the question marks, and the red hair.
It was pretty great.
It's like, God, that's good.
I wonder if he had done that before, or if that was
Yeah.
the first time and he just nailed it. I hope that dude got a lot of compliments that
Yeah,
night.
it was
and
so
I
funny.
I know we let him know that it was pretty badass.
He was one of our judges. We got, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Was that the year I was Mugatu?
Yeah.
I think so, which
Yeah.
that was killer.
And then last year
Love
you were
Mugatu.
Fix It Felix. And so
Yeah.
kind of your process, we're similar where we kind of keep things on the down low.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
Gotta
it's got to be,
surprise a little bit.
But then you kind of lead up to it like, I'm almost done with it. I have to find these boots and they're like $55. And so it's kind of like,
Well, the thing is that the boots couldn't be too light and they couldn't be too dark for me. And then you had to get a belt, but the belt almost needed to be yellow that matched some of the other yellow that's on Felix.
Yeah.
So the closest thing I could get was this, I think it was like a rawhide, like a fake rawhide belt that was stiff as hell. And then it was already stiff anyway. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll
there
just
we go.
spray paint it.
Yeah.
And so then I found the right yellow that it was supposed to be.
sweet.
So I think I was able to use pants that I already had,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else had to be bought. And I could get the blue like worker shirt,
Yeah.
but I needed one that had two pockets. I believe that's what it was, or maybe it was one pocket. Whatever the character had, that's what I got, and that was the hardest to find in the right shade of blue.
right.
And
like-
that was a pain in the ass. But then you can't get this is so stupid. You couldn't get a shirt with a patch already on it. So then you had to buy the Felix patch separately and then attach that to the shirt. And that was a whole pain in the ass because the adhesive that you're supposed to heat up with an iron
Yeah.
like wasn't working properly.
Never does.
And I don't know. Anyway, that was a fun one though.
Yeah, that was a good one. There was one I did Halloween at Woolies in Des Moines, and there was like a group of guys that were dressed up as the band Kiss with berets. I'm like, hold on, what do you got? Hold on, this guy wants a picture. I'm like, can I take a picture? Yeah, hold on, no, let's get the other guys. And so they put on like little, I don't know if beret's the right term or whatever. Then they had baguettes. And
So it
like,
was French Kiss.
we're French Kiss. Yeah, it's like, I'm like, yes.
That's
I like
great.
that.
Then there was a guy there that went. I love the simple ones if you can pull them off. Like our friend William, who just puts a fucking fez on and he's Dr. 11.
Yeah.
You know, from Doctor Who.
That's the official name, Dr. 11.
Dr. 11. I was looking.
Nerds are freaking out.
Stranger
it's
Things
like-
and they combined.
Yeah, there was one that was like one dude wore thick rim glasses and a robe. And I'm like, I know exactly what you are. He's like, what? I'm like, you're Kingsman from the movie. He's like, yep. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Nice.
Just super simple.
It really does help. It's not necessary, but it really does help if your facial features and
Yeah.
whatever work out with that character
Yeah.
as well. Because I remember there were years that I wanted to do certain things, but like my face was too fat,
right.
or the rest of me was too fat, or I was just too fat.
But yeah, there was one. What was that? Kristen Wiig had like that character on SNL that was like, sorry. Just kind of.
Oh, Gilly.
Yeah. There was another girl there that night that was like a dead ringer.
That was Gilly?
Yeah, she
That's
had like the
great.
hair up and like the dress, and it was like, God damn, it's just like the effort and the fun to see everyone walking around. It was just like there was one when I was like 21 or something like that of 4 girls that wore duct tape bright orange dresses like here down to like here.
Okay.
And when they all stood together, they made a Reese's, like, it looks like the candy bar. You know, it's just like, that's pretty creative. It's just like,
That's
hey, let's be
funny.
a candy. All right.
Well, fortunately, they were all about the same height because
Yeah, they
otherwise
were.
that would have been.
And then they even had like earrings that were Reese's, like I don't know, the look of Reese's
Yeah.
on it. And
It's too much.
One girl went as like Katy Perry, had cupcakes on her boobs and like a blue hair. So fun. Oh my God.
Big fan.
One guy I saw went as Chris Farley as a motivational speaker. He just
Nice.
had a suit and
Matt
just
Foley.
He was just a big dude. Yeah, I'm just like, this is pretty fun.
You got to work with what you got.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I can't do it this year because I don't have enough time. But next year, I'm just going to spend all my time in the gym and get rid of any excess weight that I have.
Captain-
And I could be Bruce Willis from Die Hard 3.
There you go.
I can't grow hair back.
I
So I
will-
can't be Bruce Willis from Die Hard 1. Die Hard 2, he was still...
You could if
Mm-hmm.
you bought the right wig on the internet and like spirit gum that shit.
I suppose, yeah. That's a lot of work, though. I would
But it
need
would look
somebody
so
to help me.
baller.
I would need somebody to help me
I
do
will
that.
be Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
And then we'll
let's
Yeah.
not do
There's
that.
no
And then-
problems with this.
Let's not.
then we'll get jugs of water and
You
try to
could
make
be-
3 gallons.
Here.
Why don't you be Demi Moore? I think.
Yeah.
G.I.
that-
Jane?
That checks
Just
out
shave the head
a little
again.
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
you
damn,
go.
G.I. Jane.
What if somebody guessed it?
Oh, okay.
They just see you with the shaved head and in army garb, and they're like, "You're clearly a dude," and they're like, "G.I. Jane."
That's it. You got it. You got it.
Oh God,
No,
that
do
would
like
be
a combo.
ridiculous.
Do a role of her like striptease.
That'd be good. Or entrapment.
You do
Yeah.
for
No.
you do for a rewatch of Striptease.
Why not?
Good movie.
I've been practicing.
Solid.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember watching the movie.
No.
I remember fast forwarding a lot though, and then rewinding and pausing and
I'm sure.
pausing again.
Right? We never really got through the movie. You know? No. Wait a minute.
Striptease was before Showgirls, right?
I remember Showgirls.
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
It would have been. I feel like it would have been before that.
Okay.
Because Striptease wouldn't have been as popular or like groundbreaking or whatever. What's going on?
Nothing.
Things are happening. Is
Yeah.
that your fucking phone?
I'm listening. I'm
But
present.
Showgirls did like showed so much more.
Showgirls was like the year before.
It was the year before.
Yeah.
NC-17.
So it must have been. It was a big deal just because it was Demi Moore,
Probably.
and it's. I believe
Yeah.
you're supposed
Yeah.
to say it Demi,
Demi.
not Demi.
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 Right? Demi.
Demi Moore. So I was wrong. That was actually afterwards. So they took a page out of the Showgirls playbook. Like, well, if Elizabeth Hurley can do this and get some attention, let's get G.I. Jane
Right?
in here.
Then Ashton Kutcher's like, I'm all over that.
Yeah, buddy. What? Well, he would have been. What year was that?
12.
Did it say?
I think 96. Yeah.
Ooh, so Kutcher would have been. I don't think he could have. I think that was a little too early for that. But he got the idea.
He did. He had to marinate for a
Do you
little
think
bit.
that that was a conversation that they had? He was like, when I was 17, I watched your movie.
I don't know.
So you want to go out sometime?
I can't help but to like, how amazing would that be to be like a part of his family around here? In
Oh,
Iowa?
I thought you meant to be
You know?
doing Demi Moore.
Oh, that's good too. But like, you're his parents or cousin or somewhere around
I
here.
feel like I am.
and
Yeah.
be like, oh no, he's on this show. It's great. He's doing well. And then all of a sudden Christmas comes around. Demi Moore shows up. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder
like
what
those-
those conversations would have been like.
there's Hollywood,
Do you want to come to Iowa and meet my family? They're probably going to be weird around you. So
it's just
maybe-
weird.
Yeah.
It's like, most people are cool because I've seen, Mila Kunis and Ashton had made it to like a 4th of July
Mm-hmm.
party around the Iowa City area or Cedar Rapids area. And like everyone's pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also in Iowa. So you still get the mix of like, holy fucking shit, which I would be, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
I just want to say hi,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like if you have family that's like in LA. It's like it's just so normal to have so many famous people that you don't really think about it. But then you get one person that's already famous bringing someone else famous home.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the whole fucking town's like, oh my God.
Celebrity's fucking weird.
Right?
Isn't it?
It is.
Did you watch the new David Letterman with Dave Chappelle yet?
I did.
It's good.
Yeah.
God, I haven't watched the other two. So I watched the one with Chappelle and then the one with Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Both good. Which, I mean, it's implied that this thing was filmed before COVID started, right? So why do you have to have that message at the beginning of it? Because people are stupid?
Yes.
Like, come on. I agree with you.
Normal.
But I think the other ones were Lizzo
Yeah.
and who was the fourth one?
Don't recall.
It was Lizzo and Kim Kardashian.
Well,
That's
there we
who
go.
it was.
That's the link.
I was so excited to see David Letterman was back.
Yeah.
But it's only 4 episodes. But the Chappelle one is worth it by itself.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed the stuff that they did outside of his house
Yeah.
more than welcome to podcast talking TV shows.
I know. Well, that's the fun part. Is like he'll just take you. When he had his first season, it was in a studio wherever
Mm-hmm.
it was, and then they kind of had that clip of like, oh, well, we went over to their hometown.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I like how they
It'll
sprinkle
just-
that in.
yeah.
But the Robert Downey Jr. one, I feel like his nicotine gum was kicking in a little bit because he was pretty. He was a little
Chatty.
Well, it was more than just chatty. I feel like he was on a different level than Letterman was
Like,
when he was kind of down to entertain a little bit more than be a part of an interview, which is fine, and it's his personality.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a big vibe difference between his episode and Chappelle's.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait because you texted me, and I think last Thursday or something, or whenever, I don't know when it came out, but it was like last week or something, where you're like, it was a good week for me.
Yeah.
Because you texted me and you're like, Letterman's back. I'm like, fuck. And then I find out, like, I'm hanging out with someone else, and I found out that there's new episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. And I'm like,
That didn't take long, did it?
like 6 months.
Yeah,
That was like the
was
start of my
fast.
cancer. And then,
that was fast.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Was that long ago?
Yeah, it started about
happened?
spring. Yeah. And that's like one of the
Wow.
first things I watched when I'm like, well, I got cancer.
Let's watch some TV.
Here we go. Just like, I didn't know what to do at the time.
Yeah.
I know what to do right now, and that's take a break. We will be right back with some more chocolatey goodness. I don't know what that means.
That's my middle name. Chocolatey goodness. Oh, shit.
Yes. Are you ready for trivia?
Are you ready for some
Are
football?
you good? Are you ready for some football? They
That's
don't
like
do
a
that
country
anymore,
guy.
do they? I think it was Merle Haggart.
That guy?
I don't know.
Where he had like the sunglasses and a
made
mullet
that up.
and a hat.
It might have been him.
Are you
It was a
ready for
long.
some football?
No, it wouldn't have been Merle Haggart. He
'Cause
was too old, right?
Carrie Underwood does it,
Yeah, she did it.
but it's more of a callback to like the old.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
You guys are duking it out in football this week.
Oh.
How's that going?
Hey, blah, blah, blah.
I have no idea.
Hey, hey.
Blah.
And
We're
we
back.
are back.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So we're gonna play some trivia.
Wow. Way to ruin the
Jesus.
intro.
No
Christ.
surprise. Dang.
Sorry, I thought you had my
I'll
test
never
results.
get to. Well, I might.
Melissa's here with some trivia for us.
I'm
and
Jerry,
I'm
actually.
you're geriatric?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm Jerry, actually, because I said
Oh.
result term
I heard Jerry.
Jerry. You guys are horrible.
That's what we
I
heard.
think we're actually quite
I'm
on
geriatric.
it.
No, I get it.
All right. What is our topic this week? I'm very excited.
All right. In honor of all of the Halloween glory that's
Yeah.
about to happen, even though it's going to be a weird year.
It is gonna be a weird year.
I don't know. It's
We're
like
not
I was
getting-
invited to one party and I avoided it because I was like, that seems reckless and stupid.
Yeah. We're not getting new stuff for the kids, but they can wear some of their
Yeah.
olds. Well, I might have to get something for Kara. She says she has to go to a party with her friends. Like it's a couple of her friends, and they're in middle school, so shut up about it. It's fine. They're supposed to dress up 70s. And so she comes to me and she's like, so I don't really know what that means. So if you would take care of that for me, that would be great.
Jeez.
So we'll see.
That's only getting like,
what we could do for her with 70s.
it's so weird that schools are still hanging on to those decades because it's just going to get further and further and further apart.
Right.
You know, versus we didn't have like, you know, dress up like the 40s, you know, like we had 50s sock hops,
Fortunately,
Right.
we won't be able to.
dress up like the Great Depression.
Right. Well, isn't it going to be weird? We're not going to, and granted, we're not going to be able to live to see a lot of it, but eventually you're going to be talking about the 40s or the 30s and that style, but it's going to be not that 30s.
2030.
yeah,
Oh.
not, yeah.
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
And it's a, you know, a 19,
Well, yeah.
like a, you know, think about 2055. We're having a 50s party.
Like which one?
We're in it. Weird.
We're in the 20s, but we don't talk about doing the
Yeah.
Charleston on a biplane.
Right.
You know?
No.
Well, we did the Roaring 20s party,
did.
which I
Yes.
feel like a
Yes.
lot of people did.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun because we were able to be around people.
Yeah.
We didn't wear masks. It was a good time.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Because our friend Kate, like some of the girls that we know in our group, like they like showed up in a jacket and a coat, and then they revealed, whoa! I was like, oh my god, that looks amazing! And oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, 'tis the season for Halloween trivia.
Right.
Do this.
So, Joe and Lance,
Yes.
I'm going to have you face off.
Jance
Are we coining that?
or Low.
Let's not.
Low.
Team
LOE.
Jance.
Chance Low.
I kinda like it.
J-Lo. J-Lo.
Jayla.
J-Lo.
I am going to describe a horror, thriller, or a slasher film.
Okay. Prove
I'm
it.
going to try to leave out the actor or actress, and you must tell me what the film is.
I accept.
So, we'll begin.
Geely.
Totally.
That was a horror.
I haven't thought about that movie in so long. Wow. Thanks.
That was the butt of everyone's joke in like 04.
There was a movie. We'll get to you in a second.
Wow, I'm
There was a
leaving.
shitty movie. I think it was called She's the One, and I remember buying it on VHS
Sounds
because
familiar.
it had big names in it, especially John Travolta. And I watched this fucking movie. I don't know who directed it, but it was the biggest piece of shit. And John Travolta, it was like a Drew Barrymore and Scream situation where he was in it for like 8 minutes or something.
It's like Mandy. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Nick
It's
Cage.
ridiculous.
Nick Cage.
96.
96.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's the one. Who else was in that movie? She's the it showed 3 people on the cover or on the poster or whatever you want to call it. And that was back when there was really no other way. Like I hadn't even seen a trailer for it or anything. And I was like, well, this has to be good. It's got John Travolta in it. He's fucking done
and
this.
Jennifer
that, and-
Aniston,
And Jennifer,
Cameron
yeah.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Like that would,
Right.
I would sign up for that.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit after the mask.
It was a tremendous pile of shit.
Oh.
So do not recommend. Do not pass go.
Yeah.
Do not.
It looks like Jennifer was just playing, Picture Perfect all over again.
Yeah. And she wasn't near the status then
No.
that
Yeah.
she is now.
What you
Yeah.
got? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, we will begin.
Wait, one more. No, I'm kidding.
I got another
Fired.
I had another thought.
Get out of your basement.
Oh.
I'm taking over.
Wow.
In this Italian horror film, there's no turning back for this teen who kills people by controlling various insects.
Italian horror film. So we need to name the movie.
Yeah,
Name that movie.
it's 1985.
Italian horror. Insects, bugs, insects.
Wait, read it one more time.
Okay.
One more time.
In this Italian horror film, there's no turning back for this teen who kills people by controlling various insects.
I got nothing.
Okay.
It's not The Fly. It's not Animorphs. it's
Jennifer
not-
Connelly's in it.
The Labyrinth. The Beautiful Mind. He's just not that into you.
85.
Jennifer Connelly in a 1985 movie. Oh man, I don't know. I need another clue.
I'm in the same boat.
Is there another clue? Or are we?
I've given them all.
We're screwed. I don't know this one.
I don't know it either.
Insects. Fucking. No, I don't got it. I'm gonna say. Oh, God damn it. I don't know.
If you think of any horror film with insects in it, what would you call it?
Insectuous.
Insections.
Yeah.
No. It's creepers.
Creepers.
All right.
Jeepers creepers.
Okay.
Where'd you
All
get?
right.
We'll
We
forget
tried.
about
We
that.
tried.
That
All right.
that we'll just
That's
you
the
know,
warm-up
it's behind
question.
us.
It was difficult. I didn't know.
all
And
right.
had one of us seen it, we would have gotten
would
it.
have known.
So
Okay.
she was in an Italian movie. But it was
She was a model turned actress.
but it was moderately. It's
85.
yeah.
It's 85.
I was gonna make comments about her in the labyrinth, but then it's like, it's allowed, right? If you were if you were younger than her or the same age as her when the labyrinth came out, then it's okay.
Your grandfather did.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I had. I was gonna say a thing, but I'm not
Huge
because
crush.
it's inappropriate.
it.
No, I shouldn't.
All right.
All right, I'll do it. You twisted my arm. A friend of mine, we were in a group text, and we all went to high school together. And in this text, it was me, Paul, and Kim, and something got brought up about movies and the way that they portrayed girls' locker rooms in school, and she said something about how she feels like maybe she should come on the podcast and make a statement about how it's not an accurate description of what girls' locker rooms were like in high school. And I responded by saying, well, I wasn't going to say this, but because we would have all been the same age at the same time, I stand by what I'm going to ask for, and that's pictures. Picture proof
Prove it.
that's not. Yeah. Let me. Oh, my phone's over there, so I can't do it. But yeah, I started typing it out, and I was like, this seems really inappropriate for me to say about high school girls in a locker room, but when you think about it, we were all the same age at the time.
Yeah, your
so
grandfather did.
what I'm saying is that I need photo proof
Yeah.
of what happened, and that there weren't
like going back,
weird girl fights and things like that
Right.
happening in the locker room.
It's like going back in a yearbook
Mm-hmm.
and fantasizing, even though that pictures of a 17-year-old, but you're in that age.
That's
range
too
at
far,
the time.
Joe. That's too
Wow.
far. I can't get on board
Your
with that.
grandfather didn't know because you grew up
Well,
with that.
well, her response was, and I feel like I need to do this for her, was that surprisingly we didn't have cameras in there.
Right? Now they're everywhere. No.
And that got me on a whole other thought process, and I know that we've all had this in the past, that once digital cameras came out, the thought of if you had a digital camera, let alone a camera phone on you, back when you were in high school, could you imagine?
Well, they were just starting to take off in
Yeah.
our high school, and we had that option of buying phones with no cameras and having phones with cameras, and that kind of got a little sticky because they assumed that you were taking a picture of the test that
Right.
you're taking and sending it to a friend, and then they would answer it for you and send an answer back.
Well, here's the thing. Back then, if you're talking flip phones, is that what you're thinking?
That's what we
Like,
had for as far as
That
camera
ones that
phones.
would take photos, yeah.
really shitty quality. But
That's what I was gonna say. It would have been terrible
Oh,
fucking
it was.
quality.
It was, but I didn't get my first camera phone until first year of college because my mom insisted, you boys don't need cameras on your phones.
I know people-
everyone
Oh my
had one.
I know people that got in some trouble
Yeah.
because they had a camera phone.
Oh boy,
And these are people I can't give any more details because it will give it away on here who they are.
Well,
But
no.
but I know people that are very close to me that got into some trouble because they had a camera phone and they ended up sending photos or receiving photos, and there would have been an age discrepancy.
Yeah,
and
that gets scary.
and that's where it gets. And they thought that everything was. I mean, it's not completely innocent because you're trying to tiptoe around things and like, don't show this to anybody, blah, blah, blah. But then if you're underage at the time and then your parents check up on your phone or their parents check up on their phone,
Yikes.
I'm incredibly grateful that I had film.
Right?
And I'm like, I need to make this picture count.
Yep.
And I didn't want to waste any photos, and I knew. And the thing is that with film, you knew somebody was gonna fucking look at it
Yeah.
when it was getting developed.
Yeah.
Especially if you were impatient like me and you wanted to go through a 1 hour photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna meet the person face to face
So-
that looked at your photos.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you're like, all right. You're like,
Exactly.
You're cool.
yeah.
That was like 1 hour photo with Robin Williams.
Right.
He's like, anything goes. You just don't say anything about it. It's like,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah. It's just no millennial, I feel like, is going to be able to run for president because we're all in somebody's Snapchat story.
Well, in some circumstances, like if you're at that level where you want to run for that highest office, you're already thinking about that when you're way younger. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't really make those decisions as much.
I don't know.
But I feel like there's a lot of years in there where we didn't think about it.
True.
Or that people didn't have an opportunity to work through that in their heads because you were still young enough and
Yeah.
stupid enough.
Is this a good idea?
Maybe
Probably
we
not.
were like Donald and we didn't think about running for presidency until Obama and Biden were in office. And then we realized we must run for presidency even though we're like 69, 70, whatever he was.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know that I can remember some pictures that I had. Well, first of all, some of them were ridiculous because I don't know why this is. I'm not sure what the thought process was behind it. But me and my group of friends in high school, it was our thing that we did. I don't know. We would go to random places and just like drop our pants, and we would still have our underwear on. But we're in high school. We're wearing tighty whities. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
And with the exception of like maybe one friend that had boxers, I guess they were ahead of the curve. I don't know. But then we would take a picture in front of that spot, and we did it everywhere that we could. We did it outside. This is so stupid. We did it, but it's great. We did it outside of Vets Auditorium in Des Moines
Yes.
after our drill team. We did it there. Like you would take off your shirt and
Go for it.
do it there. Take a picture. We did. There was an event that we were in the school for an after school event. We did it in the teachers' lounge. We did it. It was so.
Oh my God.
I have those pictures somewhere. I'm not going to incriminate anybody, but you know who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I got them somewhere.
You need to make a collage.
But it was like, well, let's take a stupid picture. Well, how do you make it stupid? Well, take them off.
Har har. You're gonna
Yeah.
get that reaction like, okay.
The greatest one was the teacher's lounge.
Yeah.
And
that was like Fort
it was
Knox
fantastic.
in some cases.
I'm not gonna say who this is, but I have a friend that, and I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. I'm gonna take him at his word, but he told me that they ended up in the school after, like, way after hours for one reason or another, and him and his girlfriend, they ended up doing it in the principal's office.
Ah, very nice.
And I wouldn't believe him if it weren't for the fact that we got away with so much other shit
Like,
in that school.
It seems plausible of like,
yeah.
okay, where are the alarms and where like
There's none.
no
None. I mean, this is back in the day. There weren't even alarms in stores.
we had alarms in our high school. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, not in the 90s.
Wow. Well,
There
that's
was-
fair.
It was they were called the no alarm 90s.
Well,
what they call
I had
them.
an accountant teacher that I don't know what she's doing, Mrs. Hovick. Anyway, she was saying like, I had to like, I spent the night in my classroom because I had a lot of work to do and I had to get up early for she was a coach too. And so she's like, yeah, I went downstairs and did the proper key, whatever you got to do. And there's apparently a laser. So it's like, I had to be real careful.
She had to do a Catherine Zeta-Jones
Something like
nice.
that.
around those lasers.
And then she went upstairs to her room and then finished up work. And she's like, yeah, I just slept under my desk. And then early in the morning, I just went down to the locker rooms and showered up and then went to coach. And just like,
That's
good God.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
It's
like
just
it.
one of those in a pinch. It's like, whoo, man.
I like it.
That'd be kind of fun. But
It's dedicated.
it'd be so fucking spooky, though. Just like this huge build. I don't know.
Who needs more watermelon shit?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yes.
Question
All right.
2.
Sorry that the ice is gone.
That's
but
okay.
The ice is gone.
Okay. Well,
Well,
It reminds me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It,
is this on purpose?
I don't know.
it reminds me of the Muppet Christmas Carol. When love is gone. It was that fucking song in that movie that like I think that's the only movie that they've retroactively removed a portion of the movie because it was so bad.
Ugh.
Because if you watch that movie now, if you download it or DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, that song is no longer in that movie because it was like a major fucking buzzkill.
Gross.
And I think kids probably hated it.
It's like The Lion. And
It was Scrooge as a young man
Wizard of Oz,
and the girl that he wanted to be with, and they were like breaking up, and they had a whole song about it.
Gross.
And I'm telling you, it's fucking gone.
Ugh.
Like it was there on VHS when I watched it as a kid, and now it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah,
I need to
true
see
story.
this.
That's like The Lion and Wizard of Oz. Like, no one gives a shit. Five.
working
Like,
Aw,
the forest.
that was my dad and I's favorite part.
sorry. not
It
mine.
was a pretty shitty
Haters
part.
gonna hate. What? That
It
was not.
Yeah, it was the worst part of that movie.
No, it's not. When he breaks the pot and turns into a crown.
At the end.
Oh, are you going back to the Muppets? Because I have not seen it.
No, I'm talking about the Lion and the Wizard of
You're
Oz.
messed up.
Question
That was the
2.
shittiest part.
It was.
What do we got?
Are we
What-
still not
Okay.
on number 2?
No.
Yeah, let's actually make it through this.
Good God.
So, the only one busting a move in this slasher film is, well, The Masked Killer. The original screenplay was tentatively titled A Long Night at Camp Blood.
Oh, well,
Busting a move.
that's. I'll let you go first.
What? Friday the 13th? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Busting
Yes.
a move. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Kevin Bacon.
That's okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, that I would have gone with that, but I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
give you that point.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna let you
give you
finish.
that point. I'm gonna let you finish. Maybe we should do a thing that if I feel like we understand each other, so we can look at each other and see if we're thinking the same thing, and then if we are, we say it at the same time.
There you
Oh,
go.
Okay.
I like this.
Double points.
You'll do like a 3, 2, 1.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Staples button.
That was actually Kevin Bacon's debut film.
That's right. And he got killed.
Murder.
He got super dead.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Question number 3, please.
Number trace. No ER doctor will be saving this film production crew who
Oh.
begin to disappear while shooting a movie based on an unsolved killing spree that occurred in a high school.
So George Clooney, right?
ER.
What the fuck was he in? See,
Batman.
this should have been the answer to this question should be From Dusk Till Dawn, but she went a different direction. I'm not sure
Chris,
what
I did.
else he was.
1987.
I don't know what the fuck he did in 1987. No way, no how.
Not a clue.
1987. Okay, what happens in this movie?
High school.
People murdered in a high school.
Yes.
Okay.
In particular, the film production crew.
Wait, okay. The actual film production crew
Yes,
was
they-
murdered,
yeah,
or
they begin to-
or
yes.
in the movie they're making a film.
In the movie, they're making a film.
Oh,
And
my
that-
my thing was better.
Oh,
Is
no,
still
that would
going?
have been interesting.
We're still rolling.
Excellent. All right. I don't know.
Me either.
This is a hard pass.
It's a deep
You
cut.
guys,
Yeah.
Return to Horror High.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
George Clooney's role's very small.
Oh. Boo.
But
I hear he
he
gets that
did a lot of tacky horror movies. So, Maybe you'll have better luck with this one.
I doubt
A
it.
bit more recent. It's 2004. Come on.
Okay.
No one is wishing for this scenario of waking up chained next to someone and then being ordered to murder
I
them
know
in
that
order
one.
to save their own family.
We know this.
3, 2, 1.
Saw.
You both get a point.
Bing.
Too easy. Too easy.
Wow. After the
other
horrible
two.
the others, then
Get your shit together.
Okay.
Asplaf.
Moving on. We've had a conversation about this.
Which is why I do it. It's funny for me.
Unforgivable. It's too bad her karate skills weren't discovered until later.
You're talking very quietly.
Am I?
Yeah, that's better.
This young teen looks in horror and disgust as her best friend is hunting vampires with the guidance of a super old 50-year-old dude.
Yes.
What?
Hold on. That was 04?
No.
No, shit. Never.
You already got that.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So this was like 96,
92.
92? Yeah, that does make more sense. All right.
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Interview with a Vampire.
No. No.
Oh.
It's got Donald Sutherland in it. Correct.
Slither?
Yes.
Christy Swanson.
Hilary
on.
Swank.
Slither? No. That was a great
Hilary Swank.
Hillary's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I get it. I remember now.
Ben Affleck has like a 2-second role
Really?
as a basketball player.
Okay. So you give up
Totes.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Indeed.
Ah.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Christy Swanson
Yeah.
was on Cameo.
Aha.
I saw that
Yes.
because it was funny. You know how you go on Cameo and there's these example videos?
Yeah.
So she did one that was like in her car. So she's on the go, like filming these things, which is fine, whatever. You still get a message from her. But the start of the video to this particular person was, "Hey, it's your favorite vampire slayer, Christy Swanson." And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty bold.
Hey, now.
You did one movie that was like an hour and 40 minutes, and Sarah Michelle Gellar did 7 fucking seasons of 22 to 24 episodes. I'm gonna say you're nobody's favorite,
Hard pass.
but
Whoa.
no,
She's mine.
get out of here. How?
I still love that best. I watched several seasons.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, now we can have our own
Melissa's
conversation.
been muted.
Oh, this is like the debate.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
How far did you get in Buffy?
I'm so sad.
How far did you get in Buffy?
She's not banged Angel yet.
Spoilers.
What? I'm assuming that
You
all
haven't gotten
happened.
very far at all.
No, I haven't.
That's on you.
no, I've
You
realized
can't-
it's a waste of time.
You can't make that decision.
I
yet.
can make that decision.
You can't triple stamp and double stamp.
What?
But
Dumb and
you
Dumber.
can't trump nostalgia either.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. But you can be objective as to when you're watching a film versus a TV show, which one's better.
Yeah.
Even the Joss himself said
But Sarah
that
Michelle
they,
Gellar,
that they
couldn't they have
didn't
chose anyone better?
literally no.
No.
Literally no. You know
For
what?
that time,
I don't
for
know.
that time.
I don't know. Well, you didn't see this. You don't follow her on Instagram.
No.
That wine that we had, that Apothic Crush,
Yeah.
that we had like an episode or two ago.
Yeah.
She is now a sponsor for that wine, and they took a picture of her like in this weird layer, and it's fucking great.
Like,
So
we have
Sarah
that
Michelle
wine.
Gellar now has like a deal with that Apothic
Oh,
Crush.
my God.
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
It's
You're
kind
gonna
of
have to
like
check it out.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Anyway, Melissa's wrong.
No,
Carry
no.
on.
There's a reason that you and I had a failed.
I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I have the power. There is no contest that the show is far superior to the movie. I will give it to you that the movie does have its good qualities. It does have its good qualities, but there's lots lacking in the whole Watcher department. So
Yeah.
like Donald Sutherland versus Giles. I mean the friends, it's cool because it's got Dylan in there. You got Luke Perry as the boyfriend, kind of. I feel without him, the movie wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable without
true.
him.
Most of the time, whatever comes first is usually the best. So if it's a TV series first, Usually it's that's the best. And then if it's kind of the other way around, sometimes they make a movie and then they make a TV show. Not as good,
Joe,
usually.
do you want to be muted?
I'm just that's all I'm
Joe.
saying is that's the pattern I'm seeing. So if the TV
Here's
came
the
first,
thing. Here's the thing.
usually TV's better.
Joss wrote the whole fucking thing, and he didn't like the way that the movie came out. So that's why when he had the opportunity to do the show, it was way better.
Oh yeah, Buffy was a movie first.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
See?
See? I didn't
Now
know.
take it back.
All right.
Take it back.
No.
Just edit it.
Wow.
Whatever.
All right.
Okay.
What are we on? How
We're
many we got
moving
left?
on.
That
We're
clearly
moving
shows
on.
how
We've got a
much I
couple.
know. Wait, that was a movie? I don't know. What I don't pay attention to.
Yep.
The next horror film is Where I Murder These Two. I mean, it's not me,
Oh.
The walls are already red.
Side, yeah,
That's
nobody would even
true.
notice. Side note, see, he didn't actually own the rights, I believe. I think he sold the rights to Buffy, but they asked him to be involved in directing and all that. And because he felt so passionate about the project, that's why
Keep it consistent.
That's
Keep
why
going.
he did the show.
Had
Yeah.
he done anything before Buffy?
Joss?
Yeah.
I bet he did something, but I don't know that it's anything notable.
Home
Okay.
movies.
And
Probably
I mean,
home.
that was
Yeah.
it was a big deal, the fact that he did Dr. Horrible,
Yeah.
and then all of the project Firefly. Obviously, everybody loves Firefly, and that's why it was so interesting when he took on Avengers, the very
Yeah.
first Avengers movie, and I was so curious as to how that was gonna.
Pan out.
Yeah,
Huh.
how that was going to go with him at the helm there.
Yeah.
How much
And it
would
was-
you hate to be a director in Hollywood and then go back home to your like family and be like, "Hey, your nephew has a bar mitzvah. You mind shooting that?" And just like the best fucking bar.
I don't think I'm coming back
mean-
home. I'm sorry.
If you're Tim Burton, it could be
Just
really
like-
interesting.
Yeah, my
I
uncle
heard something
Steven Spielberg.
about him doing a TV thing.
Really.
Tim Burton.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't know. As far as I've heard of it.
I heard something about, was it Adam's Family?
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
Sure.
I don't know.
I'll have to
started
look
here.
it up.
I need to do some more research. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
go ahead.
We're going on. Talk about running the wrong farmhouse.
Oh.
Watch out for this Ewok who is pissed off and somebody stole his pot of gold. So Rachel better return it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Leprechaun
That's right.
2.
It's in my head. 2.
I was just talking the first, but
Oh, was she in the first one?
I think
thought
so,
she was
yeah.
in the second one.
Should have been. Yeah.
it'd be the
I thought it was Leprechaun 2.
Leprechaun.
93. I'm pretty sure it's the
Maybe it
first
was
one.
Leprechaun.
I'm the
It could
leprechaun.
maybe
Well,
both.
just so you know, Joe didn't answer.
Yeah.
That's
It was
true.
in my head, but I didn't pull the name.
Can I get anything if I said Leprechaun 2 and it was Leprechaun 1? Can you check
Yes,
for me?
I can check. Man.
Media liaison.
I don't know why I was thinking it was 2.
Some cases.
Maybe
like
it's because I'm really smart.
SMRT. That's right.
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
The leprechaun.
I'm the leprechaun. Stop it.
She wasn't even in the second one.
She wasn't. It was
No.
the first one.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
I don't know if I believe
She
you.
had never been in anything before that, so
Before the first Leprechaun.
right.
Okay.
Something happened in Leprechaun 2. I'm telling you.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right.
I'll give it to you. Do I get half a point?
I didn't even
Pretend like I didn't say 2.
I knew it. Just give him a point. They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
It's fine. Yes, you can have it.
All right, go ahead.
All right. A hearty hoo for this murdering psychopath
The fuck
who
was that?
don't worry about it. Who doesn't seem as keen on high school girls, or at least Girls with Diaries in this semi-remake horror classic.
Ho ho.
Who?
Hoo hoo. Right?
Pillsbury
Pills-
Doughboy.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, read it one more time. I was only half paying attention. It
Okay,
doesn't
fine.
count.
I don't know if I can get through it a second time.
That's what she said.
Just say a hearty and we'll do the rest.
A hearty ho ho.
But you have to get the guttural, a hearty hoo hoo. For this
What is
murder.
happening?
Sounds like a witch. Hoo hoo. Is that Julia Child when she's trying to like?
No.
No.
Anyway,
Fuck. What is going on?
this murdering psychopath who doesn't seem as keen on high school girls, or at least Girls with Diaries in this semi-remake.
So this guy's like, nah, I'm not into high school girls. Nah.
Wait.
Diaries,
But it's
no.
not necessarily a guy.
It could be, yeah. Ho ho.
But high school girls. What is happening?
You're dead over there.
I don't.
I blame that watermelon.
A hearty.
Ho ho.
But if you say hearty, that's like.
I don't even know.
What year was this?
Okay. Okay, it's 1997. And it's more of a reference. So the clue is in the fact that he's not into high school girls. This should be a big tip off to you.
1997. I was 8 years old.
He's not. Well, 1997, I was pretty into high school girls. Does that help?
Right?
So what I've done, it's kind of a mashup. There are two big actors. Well, actor
So
and
you're saying
actress.
he's not into high school girls because he wants to kill them, right? Was that giving away too much? He's not.
It's okay. You need to think about an actor that is into high school girls.
An actor.
But
Kevin Spacey.
perhaps in this
in the high school
movie, in this movie, he's not as into them. But perhaps that's because the actress has a diary.
Oh, I still
So
don't know.
I have
97.
completely confused you.
1997.
Okay,
What the
fine.
fuck?
I'm just gonna say it.
What the fuck came out in 1997?
All right, all
Who's
right,
wait?
all right.
All right.
I don't even know what
Matthew,
he would
so
have
Matthew
been in,
McConaughey.
right?
And who's a girl with a diary? Not Moaning Myrtle.
Oh well, that would be Renee Zellweger, right?
Yes.
Or Bridget Jones.
Yes.
What the fuck were they in together?
But it's a remake.
It was a remake with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. 1997. 97, I would have been all over this fucking movie.
That would have been Titanic. That would have been like, well, like that's the era. And I'm not saying it's that movie. That would have been a great Titanic movie. Though.
It would have been.
But like that would have been Titanic era. Good God, man.
I can't believe you guys can't get this. My brother and I love this movie.
What happens in the movie, if you know it so well? Off the page, tell me what happens in this movie.
Okay. It's been a really long time. I remember that they were in the woods, which is classic.
Blair Witch.
And this guy that's either in a semi or a truck, he pulls up to Renee Zellweger's character and he pulls, like, he rolls his window down and he goes, hoo, hoo, at her. It's really weird, which is why I did it.
That's very weird.
Also very comical. And so, anyway, they get into this battle. He's trying to murder her. There are chainsaws.
Chainsaw sword fighting. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Really?
In
Yes.
97.
Fuck you. You just pulled that out of your ass.
She just said chainsaws. I didn't know that was a remake in 97.
So that they did that remake in 97.
And 2013. Like there was
Yeah.
another one remake.
I think we better watch this one sometime.
Did it suck big old floppy donkey balls?
Probably. It was-
Because I don't remember seeing that period.
It was bad, but in a really good way.
Campy.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Well played, sir. You earned that one.
Apparently one word.
I believe you're at a tie.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
God.
Moving on.
Can we rewind a second?
Yeah.
Another episode of Podcast Talking Podcast.
Boom.
Fucking we just said his name.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Yes, I listened to. He's been all over the place because he's got a new book coming out. Green
That's
Lights.
right. He's on like some
He's
talk shows.
been on every fucking podcast
I
possible.
didn't know this, but like his older brother, he's the youngest of two.
You talking Rooster?
Yeah, that's it.
Rooster.
And so if you look up his brother,
I need to work.
he just
on
looks
my
like
McConaughey.
he just looks like a regular kind of farmer type. And then you have this brother that's like a superstar that everyone like wants to sleep with, you know. And he's like, well, here's the deals. I I'm the youngest, right? And then I got two older brothers, but like when my brother turned 6, he wanted a younger brother, so my parents went out and actually adopted my middle brother. And then a few years later, I was born. So he has like this like
What?
He's
Okay.
got some weird fucking stories
Why did that
about
work
his
out
family.
for me? I'm the youngest, and I begged my parents. I was like, please, I would
Have a-
like a younger sibling.
have a
Well,
fourth.
the key to that is that your parents need to like you and value your opinion. So, sorry. Womp womp. Where is it?
moving on.
Well, we lost
I'm not
Melissa.
gonna look at you.
Okay,
it's fine.
You can look at me.
Okay.
Does it hurt
okay.
because it's true? Sad.
Hey,
Nah,
hey,
youngest.
I am well loved.
Yeah, we like you. Okay, I guess. It's
Okay.
fine.
Well, good luck with this next one.
Oh no.
The same year that he played
Scream.
a role locking lips with his ex stepsister.
Yeah.
This actor attempts to protect a family from a mentally unsound guy who may have inflicted with an ancient druid curse and is therefore about to sacrifice his next of kin. He won't stop until his final remaining family members are dead.
I'm going to be honest with you. After you said the first part, I was trying to think of what actor that might be. And then I stopped listening because I was too busy thinking about that. So this actor is not Ryan Felipe, right?
No.
Okay. Because I was trying to, because he did the movie with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Callback.
Boom.
And they were step siblings, but they wanted to do it.
Donnie and Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie and Marie do it all the time.
Oh, man.
Weight Watchers.
So this is 1995.
All right.
95.
One more time. Lay it on me.
Lay your hands on.
This would have been about the same year that he played a role locking lips with his I can't even do this.
That's fine.
Stepsister. This actor attempts to protect a family from a mentally unsound guy who may have been inflicted with an ancient druid curse and is therefore about to sacrifice the next of kin. He will not stop until his final remaining family members are dead.
Okay. I have no idea.
There are many movies part of this franchise. This is only one of them.
Many movies. Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so what I was trying to get you to know was that Paul Rudd's in it.
Paul Rudd.
And I was thinking about his role in Clueless, where he kisses Alicia Silverstone, which is his ex-stepsister.
Okay. I get it now.
Okay, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is in this movie, but this was before he was Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ant-Man. There you go.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so I don't know if this was the first.
But there's many,
Of many.
But there's many. Is this the first of many? Or is it mid?
It's one
many?
of many.
Okay. Paul Rudd trying to stop somebody that is cursed. In what franchise is somebody cursed?
There's Evil Dead. There's
Nah, he wasn't.
I don't
in
even
Evil
think
Dead.
he's actually cursed, but it's the only logical explanation he can come up with for why this guy would want to kill off all of his family members.
And he's just going after his family, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if somebody else gets in his path, he'll take him
Follow
down.
up question.
Santa
Yes.
Claus 2.
Santa Claus. Follow up question. Is it the same story in every sequel?
Not quite.
Is it the same killer in
Yes.
every sequel?
Same killer. Same killer? Usually killers are, I don't know.
All
Same
right.
killer.
Urban legend. There's,
So I'm gonna say, is it a sequel? So it is a sequel, right? Because we're mid.
It's an entire franchise, so it is one of many.
so you can't say that this film is the first to start it off.
It isn't. the
Okay,
first
it's
one.
not. Okay.
I'm gonna say that it's one of the Friday the 13th movies.
There are no camp counselors. No.
I'm gonna say it's one of the Halloween movies.
That might be possible.
Halloween. What year was it?
95.
95.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna go Halloween 5.
Why not? I have no
5.
idea. But that sounds. I have no idea.
What?
It's the 6th one.
Oh, it's so close.
But you narrowed it
It's-
down to Halloween.
It's The Curse of Michael Myers.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wanted to say they called it like Thorn.
I didn't get that far.
Yeah.
That was the name of the curse.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were pretty close, right? We did good. Air high five. Thank you. How many we got left?
We're down to the final one.
Oh,
What?
shit. All right. That's weird. That's some fine print you got there.
Well,
Cue the spooky music.
okay. No dead men are telling tales, at least when they're awake.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
No, that's what I thought.
Since,
What?
I mean, sort of,
Dead men tell
Sort
no
of.
tales.
but not.
But not.
Since they're being invaded in their dreams and murdered, thus killing them in reality.
That's
So
Freddy Krueger.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was it?
that's it.
Oh, that was too easy.
Boo!
Well, after all those difficult ones I gave you, I just figured I'll
We
tone it
started
down.
upside down.
Well, here's the thing. We could either look at it this way, that it was a lame last question, or we're just really smart.
I think we're smart.
You're either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid.
Oh, that's fair.
What movie is that?
You're either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid. That was said by, you're either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid. I've seen this. I know.
Billy Madison.
Nope, that's not what it is.
No, it's not.
It's more current than that. Who said it?
There's so much shit in the world.
I want to say is who you were going to play for Halloween until we realized that would be a horrible idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson?
I believe so.
You're very smart. You're incredibly stupid.
Oh, wait, no. Can that be right? Hold on.
This is going off the rails.
It's the research podcast.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Never mind.
Welcome to podcast research and
Yeah.
movies.
We're not going to worry about it.
No. Who was it?
I don't know.
Who said it?
Come on, you're supposed to know.
You don't know?
It's something that my brother and I used to say to each other, though, to be offensive.
You're either incredibly
And then he winked at them.
smart or incredibly stupid. So you thought it was from Avengers.
No, I thought Samuel L. Jackson said it in a movie, but I didn't know which one.
No, just look up. You're either incredibly smart or
I
incredibly
did.
stupid.
An Enemy of the State keeps popping up, and I know it wasn't that. 'cause
So
I
that
don't watch
yeah.
that crap.
Oh, that's right. Gene Hackman says that to Will Smith. Yeah,
In what?
in Enemy of the State.
Oh, gosh. That's so long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen that one for
I
quite
enjoyed
some
that
time.
movie though.
That's cool.
Yeah, because Will Smith was all
he wink?
wigging out. No, he didn't wink in that
Okay,
movie. He
so
was very
the line's
serious
been
about
ripped
it
off.
because he's trying to. He reluctantly decides to help Will Smith not die because these people are coming after him, and that was the one where everyone can find you through satellites and
Yeah.
the internet, and there's like wiretaps everywhere, and he's the only one that really knows. Gene Wilder's or not Gene Wilder.
Hackman.
Gene Hackman's the only one that's able to save him and all of this. That's where I remember it from. I'm not sure which one you were talking about.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. This concludes our trivia segment.
Let's play us out. Do. All right. Well, thank you, Melissa. Thank you for the trivia. I'm excited
Always
for the
fun.
next one.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. We can do one more. What's today? What's
25.
today's
'Cause
25?
2 months from now is Christmas.
So we'll do. Wow.
Boo. That's scary.
Wow. We have. We'll be able to do one more Halloween trivia, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, next Saturday is Halloween.
Next Saturday? Oh, well, I guess we record on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jerks.
I guess
So-
well, you have a
Call
thing.
in.
You have a thing,
Not
right?
anymore. I dropped it.
Then it'll
Did
be,
you? Air high five.
Psh,
Nice.
Then it'll be Thanksgiving trivia. There you go.
That sounds incredibly boring.
Right? What pioneer?
Give thanks.
Name that pioneer.
That'd be like a good dating show, wouldn't it? Who's got a bucket on their head? With
Name
belts
that
on it?
genocidal
Hey.
murderer.
Yeah. Columbus.
Maybe we just go off of who we'd want to give thanks to.
That sounds lame. I'd rather bitch about people.
Thanks, Grandma.
Is that
Oh yeah, it could be the sarcastic like thanks.
Obama?
Yeah,
Thanks.
that was the typical one.
Yeah. Who do you what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for my
Ooh,
health.
we can pretend that we're part of the Trump family and go around as if we were giving thanks at their table for Thanksgiving. It'd be really awkward. I would need a whole line of Coke for that.
Joe has to be Eric Trump.
All right.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Do you have a good Trump impression?
It depends because he's a little. He can yell. He
Give
can
me
kind
one sentence.
of. Because he can be gravelly.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's dynamic. I think one of my favorite Trump ones is Trevor Noah because he
does well.
He gets it really.
Yeah.
He's kind of yelly, but he's gravelly too. He's like, "This is the thing, okay, folks. Okay, now listen. Okay." I don't know. It takes some dialing in, but
That
just
is what he does. Yeah.
Then he's got the softer one where he's like that last debate where he's like, "I know way more than wind. I know way more about wind than you."
You mean when he has the threat of being muted?
Yeah, it's just kind of like that mellow kind of thing. Like, did you just use the word smart with me? Don't ever use the word smart. You graduated last in your class, Joe. You know, just kind of, I don't know. It's not great. I did way better with Bush and Obama. I was like, I don't know.
How do you think this is all going to end?
I think we're gonna swing it.
You think Biden's?
I think we're gonna swing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he got blue on that side and red on this side, but
I just don't. They're talking about all the people that are voting early.
yeah,
And I don't see that being a thing that Republicans are doing.
no. They want to go and be like have their vote counted, even though this has been a thing for years.
Yeah.
Absentee and
Because
mail.
all that Trump does, if they're big supporters of him, all that he does is fucking knock the shit out of mail-in voting.
yeah.
Yeah. But he does it
And-
himself.
Well, yes, but most of them don't know that because they don't pay attention to the actual news, right? So, sorry if you're a supporter and you're listening right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people that listen to us, they know where our
I don't think
loyalties are.
I don't think we're gonna get an in between where, typical.
You don't think Ye's going to split the vote?
Well, think about it. Typical elections. No. I'd be curious to see how much he gets, though. I don't know.
Yeah. Me too.
Typical.
I want to see his
elections-
picture up on the thing on election night.
Yeah. Typical elections you kind of stay up late, but then you go to bed knowing who the next president is.
Mm-hmm.
That happened in 2016. I don't think we're going to have any of that in between. We're either
Yeah.
going to have it called early or it's going to be like a few days because of mail-in in certain states. They're not allowed to count those ballots until election.
I think it's
what's the
going to be
day?
days. I don't think we're going to find out November
Yeah.
3rd, 4th.
Oh,
So-
it'll be weeks.
Certain
I'm sure.
states have rules where they can't count mail-in votes early. They have to count. So they are collecting data from people who vote in person versus like, okay, now at this time legally we can start opening up those envelopes and start
Right.
counting those ballots. And I have no idea. Like, I don't know. It
gonna
could.
be
I
weird.
think it's going to be extreme. I don't think we'll have I could be wrong, but I don't think we'll have a middle ground where it's going to be 11 o'clock at night and then we finally like, oh, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty hopeful that it's Biden. There's enough people out there that are from the other side that voted for Trump, and they're saying like, I just want normalcy. Trump, Biden's not my guy. It was Bernie, but I'm voting. I voted for him. you know, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
it's getting a little bit tiresome.
An update on my mother-in-law, who is not a listener.
All right.
I heard the latest was that she didn't like Trump, but she also didn't like Biden, so she had to vote with her party, and that's Republican.
Couldn't she just like skip the presidents and just go down ticket?
Yeah, one would think.
Yeah.
One
It's
would
an
think.
option. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You can vote like your local, and then on the back, I didn't even vote for the Iowa Supreme
Yeah, I
Court.
voted for the first four, the ones that I knew shit about.
I had no idea, so I'm like, I left them blank.
And then my who is it that what was Greenfield running for?
Senate.
Yeah. So my wife wanted to watch a debate about the two ladies that were running for the Iowa Senate, and she voted not for the one that I voted for, which things have been a little tense around here, if you know what I mean. Actually, I just made fun of her.
That's
So,
it's that intimidation. Of
and
like,
you know, when it comes to them, what are they going to do?
yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. You know, I voted for Greenfield, and then Becky watched a debate, and then she said I forget what her reasoning was, but I debunked it in my head. So
I'm like,
Wait, did she vote for Joni?
she did because there was something particular that she
Well,
was
okay, she comes
standing
from a
for.
farming family, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of get it.
Yeah. So we're gonna start the paperwork for our divorce pretty quickly.
Joni Ernst didn't know the price of corn. You're a senator.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the things was Teresa Greenfield wasn't from here, and she was originally from Minnesota, and I'm like, what did I say? I said, yeah, but if let's say somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger or somebody else more qualified, you know, from another country, yeah, he could run for governor, the governor of California,
California.
but he can't run for president.
Right.
But if he could, you know, it like that's the way that I was looking at it. Is like, yeah, she's not from Iowa, but if you are the most qualified and you have the best ideas, why would you not vote for that person?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that Arnold shouldn't be president,
Right.
but he should. That would be
He
amazing.
did, you know, he did pretty well for being governor.
I would watch
Be a tight spot. For,
literally everything
that would be great.
that he does.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Just like,
God, I would love it.
that would
And
be a.
it's getting to be too late in his life, you know. I think, but he just had like an artery or something like that, or
Didn't know that.
like he had like a valve replaced
Goo.
recently.
You
Right.
know, he was Republican, but he was like a common sense Republican. And then when he was running California, he focused on infrastructure, and it wasn't so like you're a Democrat, I'm not listening to you kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he did pretty well for being governor. And I'm like, I know I'm a Democrat, but you know, he led pretty well for being an actor and being kind of outside of politics, you know, but
Yeah.
like, can you imagine if he was allowed to be president? Like every fucking ad would be, which one I would be bummed that he would legally be able to make movies, you know, because
Yeah.
he couldn't for that span of time.
Right.
Which is like, God, just,
We wouldn't have any more killing Gunthers.
he had great
Sad.
movie, or like right after he wasn't governor, he just came out with like a string of like great movies
Yeah.
that were just kind of fun, you know. But like, think of those ads with like fucking missiles and like, you know, Lou Ferrigno would be like vice president or something like that.
Fantastic.
I don't know.
Well, now that they're friends, it could have been Sylvester Stallone.
That would have been great.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god! Like,
It's like Escape Plan, but in real life
would
and
be.
the presidency.
and then like you have like the State of the Union address, and like what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, did bad.
If they would run, could you imagine?
that would be. I would.
Schwarzenegger and Stallone, 2024. Oh, I would love it.
If that's a Republican ticket, I'd probably vote for that. Like,
Maybe if Stallone's not available, Kurt Russell
Hey.
he played Santa. He
did.
played Santa.
did. I think I watched it.
The Santa one.
Yeah, I know I did watch
They're
it.
coming out with 2.
Really?
And
It's doing it again.
November with
'Cause
Goldie
that,
Hawn.
Wasn't that a straight to Netflix? Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah, Goldie Hawn. Well, Goldie Hawn showed up at the end of the first one as like, oh, what? Hey,
That's funny.
And now she's like a bigger role in the second one.
So it's like the Santa Claus semicolon overboard.
Yeah, pretty much, right? It's like it's a fun one.
That's cool.
Check it out on Netflix.
Jack Burton. You know what he says?
That'd
What
be
does he say?
So much fun though.
What the hell?
That's what he says? I don't know what's
Doesn't he?
happening.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's like your
Yeah,
dad's
yeah.
favorite movie.
I know what you're. I just watched that for the first time a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason I had just I missed it. And so
Two girls with green eyes. What can this mean?
it's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. It was just one of those nights that I knew I had a certain amount of time before I had to go to sleep and I wanted to watch it, so I checked it out. But it's not ingrained like all the other movies that
Yeah.
I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
So, but I did watch it finally.
Pretty good.
Good.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
There's a board game that they came out with. It is like $400. It's horrible,
Really.
but I really want to get it.
Is it brand new $400 or is it because it's old and it's a collector's item?
I think brand new.
No.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Well, we found Joe found a Back to the Future game on Amazon for like $30.
That's at Target,
Oh.
by the way.
Is it? Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, like 4.5 stars because a lot of those movie themed games are not great.
Yeah.
And so this one seems to be pretty okay. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
We should
Have
get
to
it.
check it out.
Yeah, man.
We got to play my fucking horror game that I've had sitting around.
Yes.
Since
We
like
have to do
April.
that before Halloween.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to
Ooh.
play it again. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Called like Murder.
Wait, did you already play it?
Mixtape. No, I've
Maybe
watched.
we should try that on Wednesday.
I've watched YouTube
Wednesday.
to kind of. They had a tutorial of kind of how.
Wednesday.
And Wednesday would be fun.
We
have a
play-
new table upstairs.
Yes, we play and then we pod.
Play.
That's how it's going to be. I like it.
So yeah, there's what's it called? Mixtape Massacre.
Yeah.
Which I legit found on Facebook just scrolling through as like an ad, and then I like looked it up to see how legit it was, and there was a YouTube video of them explaining it, and it was like
It was
the whole
reviewed really well.
the game was like $100, but you know they can't use the names of the people that we know.
Yeah.
you know, so it's like there's a clown. It's not Pennywise. You know, there's a
Okay.
guy with a mask, a hockey mask. But he's,
That's
Yeah.
funny.
so it's kind of it's close enough.
I like it.
But you're going around this town and you go on killing sprees and you roll the dice, and if you kill someone, it's fun. It's just I need to refresh myself on that.
So we're going to play it and we're going to report back.
Yeah.
And I'm predicting I will announce my victory.
And you have a life bar too. So you have like 6 pegs as a life bar. So once you're dead, you're dead. And it's kind of fun. It's pretty cool.
Sounds
and
cool.
then there's another one where it's like it's another town map and you get invaded by like aliens. I have to do the research. But you can take that board map and link it up to the one you already have to make your town bigger if you want. So it's
like
kind of a
it.
side related board game, but you can make it twice as big if you want.
Sweet.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
For another $100.
Got the perfect table for it.
That's
And
what
we
we
have
do.
enough chairs now. So
Yes.
there's that.
That sounds
Thank you, Melissa.
yeah, thank you.
Thank
And thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you and
Yeah.
thank me and let's thank each
Thank
other.
me.
And we're gonna nope, don't do that. I know where you were going with that.
Vote for me.
We will and we will see everybody soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.